Hello, everybody. Uh, Welcome to my channel, and let's get started on another 5 NES games. I remodded my NES Classic Mini, um, but I think what's going to happen after the end of this series is I'm going to start playing Game Boy Advance games. I'll remod the system to just have Game Boy games on it. And maybe I'll do a video showing kind of a show and tell, showing all the box art of all of them. But yeah, I remodded it. I did everything I could to get the NES codes, cheats or whatever, on this system to work with all the different cores that you could. There's like 3 different NES cores. None of them worked. I couldn't get any of the codes for it to bring up the Hakchi menu to come up at all. But for the Game Boy, all those other systems, it would come up when you push the buttons, the combination buttons, to get into the Hakchi menu. It would work on all the other systems, but when it came to the NES, it wouldn't work. So, because I was kind of looking forward to doing some full game runs of some of these NES games on here with the codes, cheat codes, so I could play through it. And but that's just not the case this time. So unless I can figure out a way to do it. But where we started last or ended was Magician. Now some of these games, like this one here, that was the box art, that, you know, the Japanese box art. That was all it had. So these are basically Japanese titles. I think they're in English, though. We'll see as we go. I'm just going to play whatever ones that what I did was I did the best I could to put every NES game on here when I remodded it. And this is all I could do for it. So, you know, I did the best I could. See, like this one here, this one. So we'll give them a go if we can play them for a few minutes. If they're in English, I'll do that as we get to them. If not, I'll have to skip them. But the last one was Magician, and so we'll start with Magmax. And we'll work our way with 5 games. I'm not very good at a lot of these games, or I haven't even played them. A lot of them. Some of them I have. I'm just a casual player. Sometimes I can be really good at certain ones if I'm really in the mood, like I'm really into them. But it's usually I'm just a casual player, so let's keep that in mind. And a lot of these I have not played, so you'll be watching them for the first time, me playing them. All right, let's get started on this and see how it goes. Looks like both buttons do the same thing, A and B. Were you supposed to just get all of the ones you can get, I guess? Not sure. But I play a few minutes of the beginning of each of the games, kind of preview them. If you like what you see, maybe you can look them up and play them for yourself. It looks like it's just straightforward shoot as you go, it looks like. Until I said that. Wow. Okay. That didn't take long, did it? And I usually play a few minutes, regardless how far I get on them. It's been a while since I did this series. I did some walkthroughs or playthroughs of Double Dragon 1 and 2. I did Castlevania 2 as well. That one I did all by myself with no codes or anything. And Castlevania 2 was one of my favorite games that back in the day. I had no codes or anything, and I did a walkthrough of that if you would like to view that one. Wow, you said the best you can, and they still come after you. There's a pattern to all these. I guess you gotta do it like right away before they get to the one side of the screen, because then they start turning and stuff. Alright, there's that one. We're moving on. So, Major League Baseball. There's a lot of baseball games on the NES system. Well, something's not quite right with this. Oh, you gotta pick. You get. Oh, I see. They make you have them choose. Controls ain't the greatest on it. So select fifth batter. I am. Give me a sec. You see how difficult it is to even get started on it. I mean, the selection, I know what it's asking, but it says select fifth batter. Okay, I am. Okay, hold on a second. Well, I'm just pushing whatever I can here to get it to work. They haven't even gotten to start the game yet. They're making you choose everything. It's kind of annoying. Let's go. Why won't you work? See, and then you go to it. So you go to it, and then see, and it's not letting me. It's not letting me stay on the 8th one to select anything. Okay. That is annoying, isn't it? Yeah, they've already messed up this game by not letting you do it quick, you know. And like I said, let's say this before in many of my videos, it can be very annoying, some of these NES games, of how to set up these baseball games or anything really with menus, because see how this one's kind of messed up. It's not really user friendly on this one. And I know you're supposed to pick the infield one. See, you push select, but it's not letting me do it. I wonder if there's a way you can just have them randomly do it. See. Well, let me pause it and see if I can at least get to the game. You see how difficult it is right now, and let's see if I can get it somehow figured out and do a quick game. I think you had to push up and 2 buttons to both A and B at the same time or something. That's why all the NES games came with an instruction booklet, everybody. And if you watch my videos in the past, there was a lot of baseball games that played themselves, and I thought I was playing it. So if you don't do the options correctly, it's pointless even bothering with it, because some of these baseball games are really difficult to even get started. Well, I guess the computer's that is pitching and I was batting. I couldn't move the character around very well though. Wow, I don't really like this one. This baseball game's kind of... It's not user friendly, I'll just say that. But you get the idea. This one I didn't really like with the user. It wasn't user friendly at all with the menu, as you could tell. And but I mean, I'm sure people like this game. I mean, everybody had what they had back in the day. They could afford it. Whatever games they had, they did the best they could with what they had for kids. You know, everybody who was kids, you know, whatever they had, you know, they make do with it, you know. That's how it is. But, alright, let's move on. Now this one here is Makai Island or something. Makai Island. Now this is a probably just released in Japan. There's a lot of titles that no, you know, Japan had more titles than the US did for the NES system. And that's with every system basically, because they made it all, so they get first dibs, I guess, on a lot of titles. All right, let's see if we can get this one to work, and we'll go from there. Seems to be working, and it's in English. Not really sure what I'm doing. I'm just going with the flow here. Not really sure if we're supposed to run into another ship or there's a dock or what. Looks like a hole here. No? What was that? Well, so far it's just you're just sailing along here. Push the A button, I think. This is stop. Maybe that's the end of the screen. That's just the pause. Yeah, I'm not really sure if we're supposed to just find ships out here or what. Wow, looks like there's nothing here. I've been all over the place so far and haven't found anything except one ship, but they kicked me off or something. Hey, here we go. What's this about? The door won't open without the key. Wow, they won't let me in. Well, at least we found something. Maybe you need a map for this game. Eventually they're going to say stop again because you ran into the side of the screen where it won't go any further. Well, you don't run out of fuel or anything, or there's no time limit, it looks like, so that's a plus. But yeah, I don't... There's another one. Maybe I can get in here. The door won't open. What? What am I supposed to do then? They won't even let me on the land or anything. That's probably what the preview's going to be on this game, just me running around like this. Well, I think that's about it for the preview, because or the introduction, because I have no idea what to do now, and they won't let me in that one or the other one, so and I only saw one ship out here. Well, here's something. Wow, I have no weapons. Oh, okay. Well, at least we got to play something on it. Well, there you go. That's that game for you. Let's find another one here. Move on to the next. Okay. Maniac Mansion, it says. Uh-oh, we got an arrow here. I'm not really into these types of games where you have to use the controller as a mouse. Yeah, remember that. Be sure to hold the reset button down while turning off the power before you remove the Maniac Mansion cartridge from the NES. And that was to keep from damaging your saves because they come with batteries. That's like with the Zelda games, like the gold cartridges, and certain games of the NES had that battery. Okay, we did that already. Okay, so I'm kind of doing it again here. Okay, back to the mansion then. It's not letting me do it. These two's too good, and I've already did that. Well, that one was touchy too. If you don't do exactly what it says, you won't get to play it. It just starts over. So, wherever you hit, move the arrow and push the button is where he goes. And that's basically it. It looks like use. Maybe I can ring it. we go. We had to wait for him to come out. He didn't want anything to do with us, so maybe we can go the other direction this time. Alright, well there you go. That's the beginning of this game. The last two games had awful interfaces. Go Mappyland. The other one said Mappy Kids. That didn't work. This probably was a Japanese one. But let's finish up these 5 games here. New game. Let's just play. No, they're gonna get me. So what are you supposed to do? Just get like the cheese, I guess, and then get out of here as fast as possible? I was just gonna run for it. And yes, you can see I have no idea what I'm doing on these games. Some of them I do, but they're just there was just so many of them that they made, and you know, we're not gonna kids aren't gonna have all the games. You know, I mean, there was just so many of them. I think there was 722 for the U.S. Versions, and then there was like 1,000 or some plus for the Japanese titles they had. So, well, there you go. It's just the beginning of each game, you know, and I talk a little bit and give you an idea if that's something you would wanna play or not. And so basically, we did this one. This one here was the one I meant by poor interface, and then it was this one here didn't have a great interface either to get you started quickly. I mean, you sat there forever struggling to get started on the game. That would be this one and this one. So basically, Major League Baseball and Maniac Mansion had poor interfaces. So it was this one, this one, this one, this one, and this. Well, that one didn't work. Some of them don't work. And then it was this one. So this was probably a different format. This was it didn't want to work. I have a lot of them. Like I did everything I could to get every NES game on here this time around because I remodded it. And that was the result. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. The last Starfighter, I re-put that back on here. If you watch some videos where I do that one, it still doesn't work. So I guess some of them just doesn't. The ROMs are no good, or the ROMs are. Well, the ROM was good where I got it off of one of the handheld systems and had the memory cards for that game, for the last Starfighter, and it played on the handheld. It did not play on this. So the Nintendo Classic Edition wasn't really meant for all these games. They only put it like what was it, 21 games on it, and so or 30 games. It struggled even with those games that came with it. So Nintendo didn't do a very good job with that, the emulation, and the fact that I heard that the Nintendo took some of these ROMs that somebody else used, and they put them in the system. So it was not very honorable. They were their own games, and they took them from somebody who copied them on emulation, and they sue them. Nintendo, shame on you. But well, there you go. There's the 5, and I will do another 5 in the next video. Please subscribe, like, share. If you subscribe, I will subscribe back if your settings let me. A lot of times, you set it to private, and I cannot subscribe back, so I can support you back. That's not on me. I do look when someone subscribes to go to theirs to subscribe. And sometimes I cannot because of the settings are set to private. All right, thank you very much for watching. On to the next video.